Welcome once again to Commander by Danon. Today we continue to build decks led by the legendary creatures from the Final Fantasy set. Leading today's deck is the adorable green-haired summoner from Mist Village, Rydia. Also, and I know it's annoying to keep hearing this, but statistically if I don't ask you to like and subscribe, the video gets fewer subscribers. Rydia, Summoner of Mist, is a 2-mana 1/2 legendary human shaman with a landfall trigger. Whenever a land we control enters, we may discard a card. If we do, we draw a card. We may also pay X and tap her. If we do, we return target Saga card with mana value X from our graveyard to the battlefield with a finality counter on it. It gains haste until the end of turn, but we may only do this at sorcery speed. So Rydia is both a landfall commander and a Saga commander, which I thought was interesting. Also, since a lot of my recent videos have been rather expensive, I wanted this one to be more budget-friendly. Rydia is an uncommon after all. Now, a quick note on her history and how it ties into her abilities. Spoilers for Final Fantasy IV, a 34-year-old video game. At the beginning of Final Fantasy IV, Cecil and Kain are sent to bring a package to the Valley of Mist. They travel through the mountains, and while in a cave outside of Mist, they encounter a dragon. They defeat the dragon, then enter the village. When they arrive, the package opens up and several bombs, fire-based monsters common in Final Fantasy games, set fire to the village. Cecil had no idea this would happen and rushes around trying to help put out the fires. He comes across a young girl trying to wake up her dead mother. You see, the dragon they fought was actually a summoned monster, and when they defeated that summon, they also killed the summoner, Rydia's mother. Rydia overhears their conversation and goes berserk, summons Titan, and causes an earthquake. Cecil then carries her to a nearby village. When she wakes up, he explains his circumstances, but Rydia doesn't believe him. But soon, soldiers from Baron show up with orders to kill Rydia. After all, summoners are too dangerous to be left alive. Cecil protects her and defeats the soldiers, which changes Rydia's opinion of him. She joins him on a quest to find out why Baron is doing these horrible things. After some further adventures, including saving Rosa, Rydia is thrown overboard when the ship they're on is attacked by Leviathan. Rydia winds up in Feymarch, the home of all Eidolons. Time moves differently there, so while only a few weeks passed for the rest of the world, Rydia grows up. When last we saw her, she was a child. Now she is a young lady. And when we finally meet the young prince of the Ninja Nation, Edge, Rydia is able to wrap him around her finger. I love it when the green-haired anime character finds happiness. Okay, so Rydia is a summoner, so it makes sense that she'd have some synergy with sagas. After all, summons are saga enchantment creatures in Magic. But what about the landfall part? Well, she did summon Titan to rearrange a mountain range. But before we get to our deck list, a quick word from our sponsor, Ultima Guard. One of my favorite products Ultima Guard has is their Xenoskin Omnihive. Years ago, when my family and I would go play Standard together, we would bring all of our decks inside of Xenoskin Omnihives. We could fit everyone's decks, spare tokens and dice, and everyone's playmats into 2 of these massive boxes. Well, the new ones are here, and instead of 5 60-card decks or 4 commander decks, these can fit 8 commander decks or 10 60-card decks. This thing is massive, and I can't wait to finish filling it up with my decks. Find it if your local game store carries Ultima Guard products, or click the link down below to order yourself one from Amazon. In order to build a functional commander deck, you need lots of different pieces, which is why I try to rely on my handy-dandy checklist. 50 mana sources, usually split between 37 lands and 13 pieces of ramp, 10 pieces of card advantage, 8 to 10 pieces of spot removal, 2 to 3 board wipes, 2 pieces of graveyard hate, and 1 sudden I win card. Oh, one more quick announcement before we get started. I'm currently streaming over on Gaming with Danon as well as Twitch. It'll mostly be Final Fantasy XIV, but you're more than welcome to pop in and talk about Commander. Honestly, about half my streams are talking about manga, anime, or Commander. For lands, we're running Command Tower, Exotic Orchard, Rootbound Crag, Highland Forest, Wooded Ridgeline, Cinderglade, Karplusan Forest, Game Trail, Temple of Abandon, Slagwoods Bridge, Gruul Guildgate, Gruul Turf, Scavenger Grounds, Myriad Landscape, Evolving Wilds, Terramorphic Expanse, 9 Mountains, and 13 Forests. Not bad for a budget list. Our mana ramp package consists of Azuz's Many Journeys, Jugan Defends the Temple, Korvold and the Noble Thief, Summon Fenrir, Summon Titan, The Brothers' War, Lotus Cobra, Azusa Lost But Seeking, Zeldinkt, Ramanup Excavator, Tireless Provisioner, Cultivate, Kodama's Reach, Soul Ring, Rampant Growth, Gladiolus Amasita, Mina and Den, Wildborn, and Goblin and Narcomancer. Quick note before we go any further. For the most part, sagas can be included in multiple categories, but I'm categorizing them on their first lore counter. So if a saga fetches a land and puts it on the battlefield, then grows a creature, then draws us a card, it's going in the mana ramp category. I hope that makes sense. For card advantage, we've got Boseiju Reaches Skyward, Clive, Ifrit's Dominant, Esper Origins, Fall of Gilgalad, Summon Brynhildr, Summon Esper Valagarmonda, Summon GF Kerabus, Summon GF Ifrit, The Mending of Dominaria, Monument to Endurance, Tireless Tracker, Eidolon of Blossoms, Eternal Witness, and Valakut Exploration. Lots of ways to dig through our deck or even retrieve stuff from our graveyard. Our interaction and spot removal package consists of Arnie Slays the Troll, Origin of the Hidden Ones, Summon Esper Ramu, Summon Kajuta, Waking the Trolls, Beast Within, Chaos Warp, Abrade, Return to Nature, and Naturalize. Some thematic removal as well as some staples, as it should be. For board wipes, we've got Ral and the Implicit Maze, and Blasphemous Act. Again, one thematic and one staple. The core of our deck consists of Fable of the Mirror Breaker, Summon Fat Chocobo, Summon Magus Sisters, the Akroan War, the Elder Dragon War, the First Iroan Games, the Hunger Tide Rises, the Huntsman's Redemption, There and Back Again, Sabotender, Scute Swarm, Omnath Locus of Rage, Saz Chocobo, Avenger of Zendikar, Rampaging Baloths, Tanuk Memorial Ensign, and Morog Fury of Akum. Some landfall shenanigans and some sagas, as it should be. Now that we have our deck list, let's compare it to our checklist. 56 mana sources split between 38 lands and 18 pieces of ramp. High, I know, but we're a landfall deck, so it's fine. 14 pieces of card advantage, 10 pieces of interaction, 2 board wipes, 2 pieces of graveyard hate in Return to Nature and Scavenger Grounds, 1 sudden I win card in Morog Fury of Akum. Now, many of you are wondering why I didn't include Summon Bahamut in the list. Well, dear viewer, I wanted to, but it's at $30 at the time of recording, so I wasn't able to fit it into the $100 budget. But by all means, run it in your deck if you want to. Are you building a Rydia Summoner of Mist commander deck? What about one of the other Saga-based commanders from the Final Fantasy set? Leave a comment below. Thanks for tuning in. Once again, a huge shout out to my editor Cutestuff. I couldn't make these videos without her. If you'd like to hire her to edit your own videos, she can be reached at cutestuff.edits@gmail.com. Link is down below. If you're looking for ways to support the channel directly, you can head on over to patreon.com/Danon. You can have a video made, or just ask for help building or tuning a deck list. I also wanted to give a quick shout out to all of my patrons: Waffles, Drya, Muffins, Marcus, Brett, Roxy, Alix, Borgie, Nazwin Conga, Robert Pye, Kazaris, Patrick, Tiz, Art, Richard, Sint, Boomy, Osira, Justin, Golden Walker, Ernesto Midge, and Captain Hammer. You guys are awesome. I post new Commander Deck videos every weekday, so be sure to subscribe and ring the bell to be notified of new videos. Again, thanks for watching, and I'll see you all again next time on Commander by Danon.